Hi. Well, it's good to be with you again today. I have to admit today I'm feeling a little bit sore. Brent and I ran a half marathon on Saturday, and so I've had a couple days now to recover, but still just a few aches and pains. Nonetheless, it was a great 13 miles run, very grueling, but there were 10,000 runners out there on the streets of St. Paul, Minnesota, and it was a gorgeous day. So we got our work in, and all the training paid off. Um, Today, as we move through our readings, we come kind of to those moments right before Jesus is arrested and ultimately put on trial and then crucified. And he basically predicts that Peter will deny him. He has really led them to this point where he's now as clear as possible telling them that things are not going to go the way that they are expecting they would. And then now he comes to the point where, yeah, you've torn apart their dreams and their hopes, at least their plans, and now Jesus is going to encourage them, give them strength, and tell them the future so that it's not an unknown, and hopefully let them know that he's still with them, even if they can't see him in person. So he talks about the fact that he's the only way to the Father, that there's not other ways. He's not just a way. He also talks about he's going to prepare a room. Sounds like a permanent place in eternity, which is always good to know. He also lets them know they'll be doing greater works than he, and greater doesn't mean better miracles, bigger miracles. It just means as the church begins to grow in numbers, instead of one person, there will be hundreds, and then there will be thousands, and then there'll be even millions today. We will do more than Jesus could just all by himself as one person. So he reassures them that he will go with them. He will send the counselor, the encourager, the teacher. There's about 8 or 9 different terms that could be used to describe the Holy Spirit. The word helper in the Greek, it means paraclete. We don't have a good English word for that, and so we use all sorts of different descriptive words. But basically, Jesus is going to leave them, and they won't see him for a while, and now he's going to send his Holy Spirit, and he's basically turning the reins over to them and saying, I'm leaving you, you need to continue the ministry. And so this time what's interesting is he says, rather than don't worry about the extra cloak, don't worry about the money, just head on out with what you've got. This time he says take a sword. Isn't that the case for us in life today? It is a battle. We do face persecution when we're out there as Christ followers, especially in the culture. And so Jesus says it is going to be difficult. Reminds me of running a half marathon. It's going to be hard work. It is going to be difficult. And so he says, yes, it will be, but I'm with you. I'll send the Holy Spirit, and I will send you peace in the midst of the difficult struggle. And I've also achieved the victory for you at the end and provided a place for you. So all of these things go into this, and he reminds them that though it will be difficult, they are clean. It is part of Jesus' role to prune us as a vine dresser does the vine. He's the one who's going to get rid of the old growth, the overgrowth, and he's going to prune us back, and all of it with a goal towards bearing fruit. And so with that in mind today, it's important for us to understand what we're in for when we sign on to this mission of being and following Christ. Now, one last thought. As I was running the race, lots of people along the side cheering us on, and as we got towards the end of it, about mile 11 or 12, there was a woman in the midst of a pack of us who were running together, and she was cheering us on. Clearly she was someone who's done a lot of running, but was running with a friend or coworker or someone and encouraging them along the way. And she started cheering us, saying, "Good job, runners. We're down to the last couple miles. Here it's mind over matter. Keep it up." And I must say that encouragement certainly helped me through the end of it. And it kind of provided me with a great metaphor of the church, how we all striving together, being empowered by the Holy Spirit on a daily basis, find ourselves sometimes cruising at full speed and sometimes really struggling. But when we struggle, there are those around us who will pick us up and encourage us along the way. It is going to be a struggle in this life. There's no other way to put it. And yet at the same time, there are going to be some wonderful joy-filled moments as well. And in the end, the rooms have already been prepared, and we can look forward to that. So look around you today. Do you need someone to encourage you, or do you need to be that encourager? I pray that whatever it is, God will be there and direct you as He works and wills in your life. God's blessings to you this day.